What is up, guys? It is a rainy day here in Calgary, but you know what helps brighten a rainy day is a fresh package delivery, especially when it's from True Hockey. So let's head down to the studio and open it up, see what we got. All right, guys, we're downtown in the studio now where it's nice and dry. And because this box is from True Hockey and Winnipeg, Canada, I have a good understanding of what's inside this box. So let's not waste any time. Let's have a look at these bad boys. Okay. Oh, this is like Christmas, I swear. Every time I open a box of True skates, it gets me real excited. So let's check out the new skates. All right, first things first, we have Helly and Marner, of course, fit for performance. All right. Now, you have no idea how excited I am for these skates. By now, you've probably seen the new SVH on the internet, and this is my first time seeing them actually in person. So, let's have a look at the new True Custom SVH. Okay. Wow. First thing I'm going to see and notice, and I'm sure everyone, is the holder. Like, that is so different than what we're used to in previous generations of True skates. Another thing I'm noticing off the bat, I mean, I've had the 3D tongue in my previous SVHs, but first thing I notice is that the 4 bars, the colorway on the side here, is now only on the exterior half of the skate. On the inside, it's gone to like a sleek black look. It says SVH here. What else came in the box here? We've got Genetics 2 insoles. Super excited for these. I mean, I've had Genetics, the first generation in my other SVHs, and that was game changing. So I'm excited to take a look at these too. And what else we got? An extra set of DLC steel. Okay. And of course, we had to get the laser etching for Wagner on those. And then of course, your True skate tool. Nothing's changed there. These are super handy. Phillips end, flat end, and just a nice little magnetic feature. Sticks together, throw it in your hockey bag. Love these things. All right, now that we've seen what's in the box for the new skate, I mean, these things are so nice. I want to get my old SVH up here and let's do a little side-by-side comparison. Now, full disclosure, I have switched over my previous SVHs to rollers, so going to be a few differences there, obviously, but I did bring the old holder and DLC steel from the old SVH so that we can compare some key details here. So as I said, first thing I'm noticing cosmetically is that the 4 bars on the inside of the skate is now gone. So as we flip this side over, you'll see no more of that. So I actually like it. Like, this makes the skate just look faster, you know? Just looks like sleek, and like Batman would wear these. I don't know how else to put it. And then let's talk about the tendon guard too. So on the tendon guard, we see another implementation of a colorway. So this is customizable, just like the gold, red, blue, silver, and black options you can get on the 4 bar. Now you have further customization. You can put those on the tendon guard, which is super cool. So you got 2 little hits here on the side and one in the middle that says SVH. Then obviously the construction. So if you've ever had SVH skates, they're just a godsend for anyone with abnormal feet, and me having 2 metal plates and 6 screws in my right foot, this was game changing enough for me. But they were really, really stiff skates. So once they're molded to your foot, you would notice getting them on and off is a bit of a chore. I mean, once they're in there, they're locked in and it feels like nothing else. But getting them on and off, they were just really stiff. So one thing that I'm excited for about the new SVH is the way they've built this. Obviously, it's still a stiff carbon shell and it's built for your foot, but they've added a little bit more fabric and material up here, making it easier and softer to actually open and stretch to get your foot in and out, and that I'm super excited for. All right, let's get into the elephant in the room, and that is comparing the holder and design for this new style. So as you see side by side, you will notice that they're nothing alike, right? The overall design of the holder has changed and they're actually lighter. So this skate is lighter than the previous generation SVH box for box. And what I'm super excited to show you is actually the mechanism that kicks your steel out, so the release. On the old one, you would stick your tool, the Phillips end in, and you'd pull back till you hear it click. There it is. But it doesn't do anything for the steel. So you would then have to take the flat end while this one's held back and just pry it, kicking that steel out, allowing you to then remove it. Now, here's the exciting thing about the new design. On the new skate, all you need to do, again, same kick mechanism, but we're going to stick the Phillips end in till we hear a click. It's even louder. But what it did, and I'll do it again just so you can see. So watch this steel. As you pull it back, it kicks the steel out. Now, just with my fingers, I can grab and pull it out. I don't need to use the flat end to pry it to get something to leverage. I just pull that out. So it's actually a huge difference that not everyone might take for granted right away, but over time, this is just a quality of life thing that's going to be super helpful. All right, so let's compare the steel itself. So they look relatively similar. We still got the laser etching. On the new one, however, we have these indicators on the side, allowing you to change your profiling and pitch. And you'll notice here that there's more cutouts in the steel. And what does that do? Well, saves us weight. The flag design is also a little bit different, and this is where that kick mechanism comes into play. So you'll see this triangle design here, and on the holder, you'll see there's this little trigger. So when you pull this back, it pushes on this triangle, allowing it to kick it out. And that is what's going to help people get that steel out way easier. All right, guys, so that covers the unboxings part of the new TRUE Custom SVH skate. Super excited to get my hands on these, and if you know anything about me, you know that my right foot is full of 2 plates and 6 screws, so my foot's anything but regular. So when it comes to TRUE SVH, it's always been game-changing and helped me get back into some confidence on the ice, but now super stoked to get these on and try them out. So stay tuned for the next video where we go over the heat molding techniques for this, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.